Hey guys, this is Paul. Anyway, I got some questions in my last video asking about my setups, and I'm gonna actually put on there the text file from the setup so that other people can run it. But it got me thinking that a lot of people probably don't really understand, a lot of the stuff that's in the setup of the cars. And I found that after playing around with it, Assetto is pretty similar to the setups are very similar to like how you'd set up a car in real life. Like the LS here. A lot of people don't like this car because they say that it doesn't have any grip and that it's like ice skating. But with the setup that I'm running on it, it's not too bad. Honestly, it really isn't. Um, I think it's pretty good. I guess I'll just basically delve into why I run the settings the way that I do, and I'll get this loaded up here, and we'll see. I'm gonna run the Austin Formula One track because I think that I don't know, it's a pretty good track actually. Not a lot of people seem to run it for drifting or have any videos of drifting on it. I like it. It's a good layout. It's fast, really fast. It's sort of hard to link, but it is linkable through large portions of it. Um, except for the big straightaways, which I mean, you can manji those if you want to, but you've been manjing for a long time. The big straightaway is insanely fast. I try to run through it and just do big handbrake slides into it. We'll see. See what we can do. Except doesn't appear to be loading. Why is it every time I try to make a video it doesn't load? Like it loads fine most of the time. And then when I try to make a video, then it's like, oh, fuck you. I'm not loading. Oh, there we go. Guess it's working now. Alright. So let's see. Hopefully I can color grade this to where it doesn't look as bad, so that it's actually readable. Alright. I'm going to go to load. Now, force feedback on this car I leave alone. Some other cars I turn down, some other cars I increase the damper or the force feedback. If I don't feel that the wheel is returning quick enough, I'll increase the force feedback, but if I feel that it doesn't have enough weight, then I'll increase the damper. Vice versa, if it's, too much, I'll go down on feedback, and same thing. Alright, like I was saying before, this particular car has, I put pretty long gear ratios on it because it has quite a lot of power. It pretty much nukes the tires whenever, you get near the throttle. So what I've done is I've changed the final gear ratio down to a 3.05, right? This actually makes a pretty big difference. For this track, actually, I might even go down to a 2.95, which is the tallest gear ratio that it has, just so that I don't have to be in the big higher gears as much, because if you... Well, actually, I might go back to 305. 305 is good for this track, I think. But basically, like if you spend a lot of time in second gear and you spend a lot of time on the rev limiter, it might be a good idea to just lengthen the gear ratios a little bit, because then that's going to allow you to stay in second gear a little longer. You get more wheel speed, because like if the corners that you're at on that track are too short for third, but you're on the limiter continuously in second, go to a lower gear ratio. It'll help you get a little bit more wheel speed without having to shift up to third. Or vice versa, you can do the other way. You could shorten your gear ratios by quite a lot, and that'll allow you to use third, but second's going to be more like first. Tires. I generally, with most of the drift cars, try to run as grippy a tire compound as there is, which for this car is the Federal RSR 595s. Front tire pressure, it makes a difference in steering feel and a bit in grip, but realistically I just like to leave it alone at 34. 34 seems fine. And then I dump the rear pressure as low as it can go. This is 15 psi right here if you can't see. 34 in the front. Fuel. Now fuel, you can play around with this and see what you like. I prefer the car to be a little lighter in the back. It's a little less snappy, a little more controllable. If you run more fuel, which right now I've got it 1 liter, if you can see the slider here, it's 1 liter. So pretty much no fuel in the car. I have the low fuel light on continuously. I turn fuel consumption off, so that allows me to do this. Alignment. On this car I run -3 degrees in the front. It helps a bit with turn-in. I mean, it tells you all this stuff right here, you know, we'll lose negative camber, then anyway. But I think it helps the front not wash as badly mid-lock. Toe, I try to actually run a very slight amount of toe out in the front. Kind of helps when you're on full lock. It helps the car, you know, return. Toe in the rear, try to run as close to 0 as possible. You know, whatever is really close to 0 on this side. Camber, I try to run very little negative camber in the rear. A little bit's good for side bite, but you know, you want to have a good flat contact patch to maximize the car digging out of a corner. Front, you know, you can play around with the front. It just mainly affects kind of weight transfer, but it doesn't, as far as I've seen, really, you know, contribute much to the grip of the car. You know, because most with a drift car, most everything tuning wise is the rear. It's trying to get that dig out of the corner. The front stuff, albeit, is, you know, not as important as the rear. It doesn't make that big of a difference. You know, you can implement like factor turn-in and other stuff like that, but on a drift car it doesn't really matter that much. On a race car, you're trying to get that good balance between under and oversteer, which, yeah, you can dick around with the front and the rear to try to get that nice balance before, so that you can get the car more neutral. But on a drift car, you're just gonna, like, I mean, I run really soft. I mean, I don't know if you can see this, but this is 10 bump in the rear, 5 in the rear, rebound. Like, this is about as soft as you can really go. And actually, for this track, I might bump down to 9. Makes the back end a little floaty feeling, but it, you know, it really digs. And then diff preload, I've found that this setting seems to make the car feel more and more stable the more that you put it out, but it also kind of makes it want to kind of snap back on you a little faster. It's more stable, you know, when you're throwing it hard in, like on e-brake. It doesn't want to just, you know, like snap understeer, like if you overcorrect. It doesn't make, you know, it makes the back end feel more planted, but at the same time it also sort of causes the car to not want to change direction as quickly. Brake bias, I don't really change it. I have it at 62. Suspension, the front sway bar is at like full stiff. The rear sway bar is at full soft. I mean, as far as it can go. If this could go to 0, I'd put it at 0. Because it really helps with side bite. It really helps with keeping the car from spinning out. It really lets you do some pretty gnarly backwards entries. Alright, well, I guess I'll drive a bit. Now, I'm actually still using the paddles to shift. Whoa. Because I do not possess an H-pattern shifter. Big, long, angry burnout all the way down the straightaway. Alright, we're in third. Probably going to upshift to fourth once I get... Oh, a little off track. Fourth. Come on, baby. I gotta slow down a little bit through here. Downshift to third. Slow, slow. On apex. Coming out of the corner. A little bit on the grasscrete. Don't really want to be there, but upshift to fourth. Lay down hard in the throttle. Downshift. Big handbrake slide. Oh, shit. Got a little preoccupied there. Also, I think running a virus scan and trying to play the game at the same time is not working very well. My graphics look a little degraded and alright, let's see. Come on, come. Oh, fuck. Fucked it up. I like this section of the track. This section's pretty good. Big handbrake. Second. Upshift third. Try to hang it out. Oh, fuck. Off the track. Back down to third. Come on. Get that dig. Get up close to the wall. Let's go for a little bit of a backy coming into here. Not going fast enough. Got in fourth a little earlier this time. Hard part is just trying to get slowed down for this to hit the apexes. Come on. Come on. Oh, this is going to be a little tight. Nah, we're good. Yeah, I guess I should just stay in fourth that whole section. That actually worked out a lot better. Alright, big handbrake. And a little backwards. Just a little bit. Got that dig. Alright, let's see how fucking stupid, ridiculously fast we can go into this turn. Almost had it. Almost got it. That was like 160 mile an hour entry. Handbrake, handbrake, handbrake. Oh, no, not quite. Too far out. Too far, too far. Should have used the foot brake instead of the handbrake. I'm a dingus sometimes. I do things backwards. Fourth. Way too much rev limiter. Alright, let's see. Chuck it real hard. fourth, back down to third, and brake right on apex. Dig in throttle. I'm gonna go to fourth. Fourth gear, fucking big manji. There we go. I'm getting the hang of this line. I'm getting it. No, come on, dig. Over the rumbles a little bit too. Yeah, come on. Oh, shit. Biggin. Dig. Oh, fuck. Oh, I guess I'm done. Yeah, anyways. See, I wonder what any of that looked like on replay. Sure, play. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, this is the one I goofed up. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked very well. Big shortcut. This ain't too bad. Yeah, a little late on that transition. Yeah, late on. Well, not late on that one. Late on this one, definitely. Yeah, a bit backwards there. Good angle. Well, anyway. And speed up through straight. Oh, a little too fast. Big ass fucking gay, lame. Yeah, I was lame. Wasn't that cool? It's just too damn wide. You know, sometimes what, you know, looks good or what feels good on your damn wheel and everything like that doesn't always look that cool. It's like, yeah, you're drifting, but you're kind of goofing that shit up. Let's see, how'd this end up? Not that great. Yeah, it was kind of lame. Oh, anyway. I hope that helps you guys understand, like, why I'm set up things the way I do. Yeah, anyway. I guess this video is done. Later.